Merhaba from Istanbul! We're MADison and iVEN, and today's madventure is all about the yin and the yang. First, we started off this morning at Topkapi Palace, which was absolutely amazing. We weren't allowed to video in most of the rooms, but here's a quick look at Topkapi Palace. It was beautiful, highly recommend. And now we are getting the sloppiest street food in the entire city. And we are going to be dining at a Michelin Starred restaurant, one of the best restaurants in the world. It's gonna be amazing.
That sounds just like our kind of day though, you know? We like to go to both extremes.
Yeah. I decided to surprise iVEN with one of his favorite foods, but Istanbul specific. But the surprise was already spoiled because we walked right past the restaurant and iVEN was like,
I was hopeful that it was the burgers. They definitely intrigued me because they were like sloppy street side, and I love collecting burgers, that's for sure. I will even watch YouTube series dedicated to burgers called The Burger Show. Love that show.
This Istanbul specific burger is from this square. Like, this is where it was created. The restaurant we're going to is where the Istanbul version of a burger was initially created as a drunk food, because there's a lot of good bars in the area. We're going at 5:30 in the afternoon, so it might not hit quite correctly, but it'll be fun anyway. Do you have any idea what you think would be on an Istanbul specific burger?
I don't know. I'm very curious what like the red coloring is. It almost has like a toasted color to it.
Hi guys, subscribe, like, share.
Hey! He knows how it's done.
Yes, I know the formula.
Teşekkürler.
Let's go.
Yeah, okay. I think it's tomato sauce that's making it red. The wet hamburger, very aptly named, because it is moist, and you can see, like, I can tell visually, and hopefully you can as well, like the bun, I just know is going to be so soft. Basically like a steamed burger. Never ever tried something like that. Let's go. That is so interesting. A nice sweet tomato, not ketchup, like a sweet bolognese, like a pasta sauce kind of vibe to it. It has a nice bit of sweetness to it that pairs so nicely. If I have one pet peeve when it comes to burgers, is that people don't season the meat. So such an easy thing to do here. Very well seasoned, not just salt, pepper. I kind of get like some garlic mixed in there, some red peppers in there as well. And that's pairing really nicely with the sweet tomato. It's a substantial like flavor explosion. Patty is thin, right? The burger itself is thin. I can work through 3 of these easy, but it feels like a fuller meal, like almost like balanced, even though I'm sure it is anything but. It feels balanced. You got carbs, you got vegetables, you got meat, and the seasoning also gives it more of like a full body flavor, if that makes any sense at all. The bun, the steam that it's under, really locks in that moisture in that bread. I feel like I gotta give you at least a bite. I'm a big burger guy. If I see a new type of burger, like even the weird stuff, like a boiled burger, I'll try it. I do have my preferences when it comes to burgers, but I'll try any burger if it's labeled burger. Now, the Turkish burger, I was a little less keen on. Just seeing it kind of like sitting there on a tray, like who knows how long it's been there, whether it's gonna be completely dried out or how it's gonna end up. I was a little unsure about it, but it actually feels fresher because of how it's been sitting there in that steam. Never had a steamed burger before. That's a first. I'm a fan.
That was good. I ate the tiny bite that iVEN saved for me. Steam was really quite like, it reminded me of like an Asian bun, like very delicious. It being in the steamer is like a little bit disconcerting at first, but you really wouldn't want to have it fresh. Like, it is so good steamed. The way it changes the texture is just fantastic. And also look how freaking cute Istanbul is.
I'm tired, my feet hurt.
You ready to be pampered?
Yeah. I've earned this. I walk so much up hills.
I don't know if we look smart chic.
I look super smart chic.
Head to the rooftop!
Oh gosh, don't jump around in the elevator.
Woo! Oh, cool, hurry. We have made it to Mikla and I'm already in love. This view is incredible. This is like mind-blowingly beautiful. We went ahead and headed up to the bar area first to start off. So we just ordered some cocktails and they brought olives to go with it, like these teeny tiny olives. The incredible views and the relaxed vibes. I mean, we can see Galata Tower, we can see Blue Mosque, we can see Hagia Sophia, we can see the bridge, the Bosphorus Bridge, we can see the tallest building in Turkey, we can see the largest mosque in Turkey. Like, we can see everything from here. And we get to see it while enjoying Michelin starred drinks and food. I couldn't ask for a better vibe. Cheers! Oh my gosh.
That's good. So refreshing.
Mine is a rum beverage with rosemary and Luxardo maraschino cherries, and it is giving me all of those notes, but in the most delicious, refreshing way, and especially on a hot day like today, it's everything. And then these olives, these tiny little green pea-sized olives are so good. It's like the most olive-tasting olive. Like, it's tiny, because it's so concentrated. The fact that I'm eating olives that are like still on a stem is so exciting to me, that these are like fresh olives.
This is a fig infused brandy. They put a lime juice at the end that just like gives it that nice freshness on this like still relatively warm day, even though the sun's setting. So nice and refreshing.
Well, that was amazing. I'm so in love already and I can't wait to take a bite of the food. Like, whew, that was just drinks and olives. And I'm already just obsessed. This is the best.
Satisfied. That's so good. Nice salt on it. It just bites so easy. Oh yeah, that's fresh. That's really good. I'll go with the veggie next. The seafood one was delicious. Vegetables. Hummus. Like a whole wheat chip. Homemade. Absolutely delicious. Great crunch on it. Finishing off with the cured meat mousbouche. There's powdered chili on the top, the nice sweet sauce on the bottom. Spicy sweet pairing with the meat in the middle. Great texture on the meat too. The cured flavor comes through.
That amuse-bouche was amazing. Each individual dish awakens your taste buds, which is what an amuse-bouche is for, but like the fish had like a good amount of like acid in it. The meat one had like some spice, and then the vegetable one, it was like buttery. Like, it was like each one had like such a unique, delicious thing to just get you ready for this meal. And now the first course has started. We have, this one's called bread and butter, but it's not just any bread and butter. We have this amazing like whipped butter. We've got some special salt. We've got olive oil from Anatolia. This one is sheep's cheese. I don't even know where to begin. This looks amazing. Of course, I'm beginning with the sheep's cheese. I mean, the sheep's cheese is gonna be good. I'm so happy right now. This is the bread and butter course. This is like, almost feels like a throwaway course in a 7-course meal. But it's so good and so flavorful. The sheep's cheese is just pungent and delicious. I'm gonna dip in the olive oil. There's so many different levels to this olive oil. Like, I feel like you think olive oil, you like, a taste comes to mind. But this isn't a taste. This olive oil is like 20 different tastes in once. It's like, you get a little bit lemony, then you get like buttery, then you get just like rich and deep. Like, it's got so much going on. It is so good and complex. Like, it's a party in your mouth. Like, everything's just changing. So delicious. Time to move on to the butter. This is the bread and butter course after all. Also, I'm going a little hard on the butter because We got a lot. And like, up at the bar when we had that huge thing of olives, like there were no olives left behind. Like iVEN and I are definitely gonna make sure we eat every last drop of the olive oil, every last bit of the butter. That's just who we are. This is high quality, incredible ingredients, and we won't let any of that go to waste. So we've gotta load it up. That bite had like the crispy top of the bread, which like this has like this slight burnt thing going on. It's just absolutely delicious, and then paired with just the best, most flavorful pure butter that you could ever eat. I'm just so impressed with the bread and butter course. It's gonna be a wild night. Man, I'm so excited for what's to come.
My kind of finger food. Anchovy on like a crostini, I believe, but it's very, very delicate. Honestly, that anchovy is so good by itself. Buttery, but in a really good olive oil sauce as well. Then you put the lemon, freshness, just lemon, fish. Need I say more? It's such a good combo. But I like the vessel as well, the crostini. Gives it a nice little crunch, a little salt as well. That's really nice. I'm sorry I'm double dipping, but gotta get in this lemon zesty sauce. I just want like 10 of those. That's so good.
Artichokes have been one of my absolute favorite vegetables since I was a child. I absolutely love artichokes, but it seems so simple. Like I know it's gonna blow my mind because everything we've had here so far has. Artichoke with olive oil, a little bit of carrot puree, and it looks like just like a leaf of spinach on top. Like it looks obviously beautifully plated, the plate is gorgeous, but it also seems like such a simple dish. It is a little simple, but it's so good. They're using the best of the best ingredients. If you took so many artichokes and you compress them into a single artichoke, that's the flavor you're getting here. The best artichoke ever. And it's like, this is the most carroty flavored carrot puree because they just use like the best carrots. Like it sounds so silly, but like that's very much what's going on here. I love it. I just love it. It's so good. So flavorful. Simple, but like the best of the best. Absolutely delicious.
Got here, ooh, delicate cured beef, cut so thin. I feel bad like breaking into it. The bed of hummus, some microgreens. That is such a flavorful hummus. Hits you first, but then it falls so nicely into the background. The meat itself, and then the meat just like crescendos all the way to the top, and it's like such a clean flavor. It's like pure meat and salt. That's all I taste. But like a lot of it for such a small, thin piece to pack that much of a punch, and hitting at a pretty heavy weight class with that hummus. You got a lot of flavor going on there. That is really good. The cured meat flavor just lingers on your tongue for so long. I'm still tasting it. That's delicious.
This night just keeps getting better. They just brought us another gift course. This is lobster with caviar and cold tomatoes. It looks so delicious. I'm so excited. We ordered the 7-course tasting menu, but we've already had, this is our 3rd gift course. So it's definitely at least a 10-course menu, and like, oh, this just looks so good. So I'm questioning whether lobster with caviar is the bougiest sounding dish that I've ever had in my life. Lobster, of course, just so buttery, yummy, delicious. The tomato pairs super well with it. providing this beautiful, delicate sweetness. I don't know if I've had caviar in a really long time. It's really good, just perfectly briny, just delicious. This is just perfection in a bite and bougie. Do it, fill it.
Yes! We have gotten a beautifully colored octopus with a side salad of purslane, the pine nuts, fish roe, cinnamon onion, and pickled bean. Can't mess around with that when there's octopus on the plate. That is so good. Literally zero chew. There's like absolutely no inherent rubberiness in this. It's like a very soft, delicate meat. Like it feels like they went out and caught this right now and then prepared it for us. It tastes like freshness. That is what it tastes like. I tried to draw parallels between this and like scallops. I think have a similar flavor. Meaty, but also buttery, fall apart. It's very hard. It tastes like octopus, guys. Tasting menu, changes frequently. When I saw that the menu for tonight, octopus was the dish that I was most excited for, and they have delivered. It is absolutely delicious. So buttery, tender. At the same time, it's like substantial, like steak of the sea. The salad's really nice too. Very well balanced flavor. That's the one, folks.
This is the monkfish. I don't think I've ever had monkfish before, but it looks like a delicious flaky white fish. Mussels and broad beans, which one time I accidentally bought broad beans instead of edamame, and it was like a terrible mistake. I did not like them. So I'm excited to like try them in the proper capacity, because if you cook broad beans like you're trying to cook edamame, they don't taste good. But if they put it on the plate here at a Michelin Starred restaurant, I'm sure they will taste good. And there's also some calamari, some capers, and then they've topped it with a fig vinegar. Yeah, I've never had monkfish before, but like you have to almost cut it with a knife, which I feel like is unusual for fish. It has like a meatier texture. I don't know, you were saying the octopus was like the steak of the sea earlier, but this is also like a steak of the sea. The texture is so good. Nothing like any fish I've ever had before though. It's like very firm in like a meatier way. It has like the sauce that's on it has like a little bit of fig vinegar, so it has like a sweet but vinegary taste. Absolutely delicious. So umami. We're going all in on the brown beans. They're a lot better like this. They're bringing like a earthy quality to the meal. It pairs really well with this because we have this citrus notes, we have this earthy note, we have this like kind of meatier fish, buttery note. Also, we just watched the most beautiful sunset. Like the view here is insane. It was right behind some people, so we couldn't video it because that'd be awkward. I'm already just so happy and satisfied with this day and this experience. Can't believe we still have at least 2 more dishes.
Smell-o-vision. I'm gonna invent it, folks, just for you, because you need to smell this. Oh, braised lamb, wild cabbage, yogurt sauce, and a basil sauce. I can't wait any longer. Gotta break into this.
So good.
So good. Oh, why do I have this? What's this guy doing? That is such a good combo. That basil sauce is so good. Okay, but I also need to try this yogurt sauce. It has like a pungent flavor of its own. It's not just like a simple yogurt that helps cool the palate. So much flavor packed in it. A little sour, but especially when you mix it with the meat, it works really well. This lamb has a bit of the pungent, like a bit of the gamey flavor to it, which I'm a huge fan of, but you add it with the a little bit of sourness of the yogurt, cuts it so nicely. It's like a wild cabbage. I think between the octopus and this braised lamb, they're both competing for number one right now. Bite for bite, the octopus might take it, but as like a full plate with that basil sauce, the cabbage, a lot of umami in this cabbage actually, like very hearty flavor to it. I think if you consider everything on the plate, this is probably my favorite plate. Bite for bite, octopus has the edge, but hey, good competition. That is heavenly. Just delicious.
This is bird and I'm not making this up, that's literally what it's called. It is a pistachio sauce with a pomegranate sherbet, baklava, phyllo, but it really does look like it. It's a funny but very fitting name. iVEN gets pooped on by birds very often. I just got pooped on by a bird for the very first time actually a few days ago here in Istanbul. So this feels targeted that we're getting a bird dessert. Oh my gosh, this baklava phyllo dough, literally just so satisfying just cutting into this thin, crisp dough. Okay, I think this is like the perfect bite. It has a little pomegranate sherbet, some of the pistachio sauce. It is deep. Deep is a weird, immediate word I feel like to have when you have a dessert. The flavors are like hearty and rich and like it's definitely has sweetness, obviously, but it's not like in your face sweet. It's like subtly, deliciously sweet. The play on textures too going on in your mouth. Fruity, smooth gelato, the thin, crisp phyllo dough, and then the creaminess of the pistachio sauce. Like it's just next level. Each one of these ingredients on their own, like you could just have this crisp, delicious. Just have the sherbet, delicious. Just have the bird sauce, delicious. Coming together in this beautiful, perfect marriage that I absolutely love. This meal has been so amazing that I was a little sad to get to the dessert course because it's like, this means it's basically over. But I'm so content and happy with this. Not a bad way to end a meal. Oh, delicious finale. I am so happy right now. Like I literally kept saying while we were in there, like, I'm so happy. I am so happy. When a meal fills you with this much joy, like, wow. We tried so many new things and new variations. I think it ended up being 11 courses because we got a surprise dessert as well. And we are full, but not as full as you would think because we were there for over 4 hours.
You might have been able to tell the passage of the time with like the sun in the background coming down. We saw the whole sunset there, night skyline as well.
But I highly recommend that too. Book a reservation. Our reservation was at 6:30 and we got to fully appreciate the daytime, fully appreciate the sunset, fully appreciate the nighttime scene. Like we got it all. It was epic. This was such an epic meal. Like it's so special to like get to go enjoy a dinner for over 4 hours, like to take the time and just relax and enjoy like each bite, like to let it just sit and like savor it in your mouth. Like it's like there's just something so special about a meal like this.
And enjoying each other's company.
It was such an amazing madventure. How would you say this compares to our sloppy burger at the beginning of the day?
Honestly, I love both. Like
in different
ways. It's hard. It's not. Yeah, I can't say I love them equally. I love them in different ways, at different times, different seasons. It's all a part of the madventure of life.
Absolutely. So thanks so much for joining us for this epic madventure. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.